Rhiannon Spiritwalker. The scent of jasmine and damp earth always marked the beginning of my days. Here, in the quiet quarter of Ethelberg, time seemed to flow differently, measured not in hours, but in the breath of dreams. I am Rhiannon Spiritwalker, a soulbinder, and my task is simple, yet profound, to mend the frayed edges of sleeping minds. I'd spend my mornings brewing dream tea, a blend of moon petal and star anise, and then, I'd walk the streets, listening for the whispers of troubled sleepers, seeking those whose dreams had begun to unravel. It was a peaceful existence, a quiet rhythm, and I cherished it. My small shop, the slumbering loom, was filled with woven tapestries, each designed to soothe and protect the dreams within. The summons arrived not by messenger, but within a dream itself. A fractured image, a crumbling city built of amethyst, and a voice, cold, sharp, and utterly devoid of hope. The cartel, they take more than just sleep. It was followed by a waking tremor, and a small, obsidian box left on my doorstep. Inside, a single, withered dream blossom, the sign of someone deeply afflicted. The blossom belonged to Master Elmsworth, the city's renowned clockmaker. He hadn't slept in weeks, and those few moments of unconsciousness were plagued by nightmares, a terrifying descent into a world stripped of color and joy. His case was different. There was a deliberate theft at play. I hesitated. The cartel of dream thieves, even the name sent a chill down my spine. They were spoken of in hushed tones, a phantom menace said to steal not just dreams, but the very essence of creativity and inspiration. To confront them meant risking more than just my own peace of mind. It meant entering a realm where the boundaries between reality and illusion blurred, a place where the mind itself was the battlefield. I told myself I was just a simple soul binder, a mender of fractured thoughts, not a warrior against darkness. But the image of Master Elmsworth's hollow eyes, the desperation in his plea, I couldn't simply turn away. The thought of their work spreading, leaving a city barren of inspiration, it was unbearable. Old Man Hemlock, the herbalist, had warned me about the cartel for years. He didn't offer advice, exactly, but riddles wrapped in the scent of dried sage. The dream realm is a garden, child. They don't steal dreams, they harvest the seeds of imagination. He gifted me a small, silver locket, etched with the symbol of the moon. This isn't protection, Rhiannon. It's a key to understanding the language of shadows. He spoke of dreamstone, a substance that could stabilize a fractured mind, but finding it would require a journey into the deeper layers of the dream realm, a place few ever return from unchanged. He wasn't a mentor in the traditional sense, but his cryptic wisdom was a lifeline. Armed with the silver locket and a pouch of moon petal tea, I prepared to enter the dream realm. The locket thrummed with a cool energy as I focused my will, visualizing the swirling chaos of subconsciousness. It wasn't a physical journey, but a descent into the architecture of the mind, a shifting landscape built of memories and emotions. The air grew thick, heavy with the weight of forgotten thoughts. The transition was jarring, a disorienting plunge into a world where logic held no sway. This wasn't just entering a dream, it was entering the dream, the collective unconscious that bound all minds together. I was crossing the threshold, committing to a battle I didn't fully understand. The dream realm was a labyrinth of fragmented landscapes. I quickly discovered I wasn't alone. I encountered the dream weavers, benevolent entities who maintained the balance of the subconscious, and the night terrors, shadowy creatures born from repressed fears. I allied myself with a mischievous sprite named Lumi, who guided me through the treacherous pathways, and evaded the clutches of the Collector, a hulking figure who seemed to be the cartel's enforcer. The Collector wasn't interested in destroying dreams, but in cataloging them, reducing them to mere data points. The tests were constant, navigating shifting realities, deciphering cryptic symbols, and resisting the seductive whispers of forgotten desires. Lumi revealed the cartel's base, a fortress built within the silent city, a realm of lost ideas and abandoned creativity. The silent city was shielded by a dream barrier, a psychic wall woven from apathy and despair. To penetrate it, I needed a dream key, a fragment of pure inspiration, something stolen directly from the minds of those afflicted. I prepared by brewing a potent elixir from dreamstone and moonpetal tea, reinforcing my mental defenses. I meditated, focusing my will, visualizing the flow of dreams, preparing myself to confront the source of this darkness. The approach was fraught with peril. The cartel had anticipated my arrival, and the silent city was teeming with their agents. The fortress was a monument to stolen creativity. Walls were adorned with faded artwork, melodies hung in the air like ghosts, and shelves overflowed with unfinished stories. I found Master Elmsworth's stolen inspiration, a delicate glass hummingbird, frozen mid-flight. But as I reached for it, I was ambushed by the collector. A psychic duel erupted, a battle of wills that threatened to shatter my mind. The collector sought to drown me in apathy, to convince me that dreams were meaningless, that creativity was a futile pursuit. I almost succumbed, my resolve weakening, my mind fracturing under the weight of his despair. It was a devastating setback, leaving me wounded and vulnerable. Drawing on the strength of my connection to the sleeping minds, and fueled by the faint hum of the glass hummingbird, I fought back. I didn't try to destroy the collector, but to understand him, to see the pain that drove his actions. He wasn't inherently evil, but a victim of his own despair, a soul stripped of its own creative spark. By offering him a fragment of my own inspiration, a simple melody woven from moonlight and jasmine, I broke through his defenses. He released Master Elmsworth's stolen inspiration, and the fortress began to crumble. The glass hummingbird pulsed with warmth, a beacon of restored creativity. Seizing the sword wasn't about conquest, but about compassion. The journey back was disorienting. The silent city dissolved into fragmented memories, and the dream barrier shattered like glass. The cartel's influence wasn't completely eradicated, but significantly weakened. I returned to Ethelberg, carrying the restored inspiration of Master Elmsworth, and a newfound understanding of the darkness that lurked within the dream realm. But the experience had changed me. I felt different, more connected to the flow of dreams, more aware of the fragile beauty of the human mind. But a sense of unease lingered, a premonition that the cartel wasn't finished. The final test came in the form of a distorted dream, a psychic echo of the collector's despair. It wasn't a direct attack, but a subtle corruption, a temptation to succumb to apathy and abandon my work. It manifested as a vision of a perfect, sterile world, devoid of creativity, where all minds were peaceful and content. It was a powerful illusion, designed to exploit my deepest fears. But I had learned from the collector, and I understood the true cost of such peace. By embracing the chaos of dreams, by celebrating the imperfections of the human mind, I shattered the illusion, proving my transformation. The silver locket pulsed with warmth, a symbol of my newfound strength. I returned to my shop, the slumbering loom, a changed woman. The scent of jasmine and damp earth felt richer, more vibrant. I continued to mend fractured dreams, but with a deeper understanding of the forces that threatened them. I shared my knowledge with others, training a new generation of soul binders to protect the sanctity of the dream realm. The elixir I brought back wasn't a physical object, but a newfound perspective, a belief in the power of imagination, and a commitment to safeguarding the fragile beauty of the human mind. The cartel of dream thieves hadn't been defeated, but they had been contained, and I was ready to face them again, should they ever return.